Hello, my beautiful bros and girls out there. This is your boy Mako here, so you don't have to. Growing up, I was always a really big fan of Scooby-Doo, and particularly watching his old cartoons. Scooby-Doo was a cartoon series that came first in 1967, then for a first season, and then a second season in 1970. The cartoon got so popular that it got new movies. It got a lot of merchandise. I get the merchandise every once in a while. I watch What's New Scooby-Doo. I watch every episode and I wasn't bored by a second of it. And of course, love watching their old shorts. So, I say we go back to one of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies of 2021. So this should take the cake here. Here we go, Scoob!
I would describe myself as a Scooby-Doo fan in passing. I'm not an expert on it, but I grew up with the show, and I guess to some extent I'm always going to be a touch curious what they're doing with the formula and characters. I think that's who the makers of the 2020 movie Scoob were aiming for. The film got mixed responses from a lot of fans and critics, and it's not hard to see why. There's not much of a mystery, a lot of the voice actors were changed, it seemed more focused on building another cinematic universe, and it was seen as too cynical. Well, yeah, but it was also at the start of the pandemic, and this kind of light shit was exactly what I was looking for. I mean, it's Scooby-Doo. He solves mysteries with the Harlem Globetrotters. All you have to do is be competent, creative, and not Velma, and I'll consider it entertaining. But at the same time, Scooby-Doo has been around for several decades, and when it doesn't work, there is something bizarrely insulting about it. It's such a simple concept, and when it misses those bare minimum bullet points and replaces them with what feels like plugs to sell something, I can see how someone would be put off by it. So, I'm going to give this movie another shot and see if people are just reading too much into it, or if I missed the mark. Let's see how far Warner has come from a cinematic universe being set up from something James Gunn did.
Let's take a look at Scoob.
The film opens in California, where young Scoob, still voiced by Frank Welker, is stealing his lunch while a young Shaggy, played by Ian Armitage, dreams of making friends, so he literally makes friends.
Nice to meet you, Shelley and Sandy. How was your day? Oh, you want me to start? How polite.
Okay, he's fitting way too well into this lineup.
I like eating lunch by myself and playing ping pong by myself. I lose a lot of balls.
I know the feeling. Scoop and Shaggy seem to bond over their love of strange food, and then nobody likes to hang around them, to a point where Shaggy vouches for him and says he's his owner.
What's his name?
Scooby!
What?
I mean, Scooby!
I might be the only human being in the world that thinks Snacks might have been a better name. So far, the movie is pretty cute. I like the connection between these two, and even showing he was named after the treats rather than the treats named after him is kind of clever.
This is Blue Falcon.
You can kind of see where the problems are going to start, though, when Shaggy says he looks up to a superhero named Blue Falcon and Dynamite.
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
Olympics is right there.
I promise I'll never take it off.
Good old Frank Welker, the perfect voice for Scooby.
This stuff will rot your teeth. Don't you know Halloween is just a marketing ploy by Big Corn Syrup? Your blood sugar will thank us.
How horrifically health conscious! The treats are thrown into a haunted house. 3 other kids, of course, named Fred, Daphne, and Velma, offer to help them out.
Come on, let's go get your candy back.
They naturally
But of
encounter
course
a
there's a ghost in the house, but it turns out to be a man in
We
disguise.
should do this again. I like it. I'm in.
We're
Our
in.
parents clearly care nothing for our safety, so why not? They recreate a lot of classic Scooby-Doo imagery.
Ah yeah, Fred with his mystery
That one
machine.
being you.
He's always
As they
attached.
grow older and seem to make a good living solving
Charlie the
problems,
Robot.
dressing as spoofs.
Of course, the classical
Changed too,
villains.
despite a lot of backlash. With Forte as Shaggy, Zac Efron as Fred, Amanda Seyfried as Daphne, and Gina Rodriguez as Velma.
It's time to turn Mystery Inc. into a real business.
Wear a tie and pay taxes?
Wait, have you not been paying your taxes?
I handle our accounting.
We're supposed to be meddling kids. Are we even old enough to pay taxes? So the replacement voices sound fine. A part of me gets wanting some better known names for a movie, but my question is Will Forte really bigger than Matthew Lillard? I have no extreme thoughts on either of these actors. They're both fine, but I just don't get replacing someone who is a name and has voiced the character for years with someone who carries roughly the same size audience and hasn't voiced him for years. It's an odd choice. Speaking of questionable voice choices.
We appreciate your interest in Mystery Inc., Mr. Cowell.
Identifying potential is what I do.
Today's guest star ironically looks less like a cartoon than the actual guest star does.
I can't invest with these two involved.
What's more valuable than friendship?
Literally anything.
Simon says if he's going to invest, he doesn't see the point in having Scooby and Shaggy on board, causing the gang to, tell me if you've heard this in Scooby-Doo, split up.
What does he know?
Oh!
Scooby and Shaggy are attacked by bowling pin scorpions. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna
Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys.
They're saved by, wouldn't you know it, Blue Falcon.
I'm Dee Dee Skies, this guy named Dick Dastardly. He's a psychotic supervillain. He's trying to... you.
Okay, even for a series where we're supposed to buy people dress up like dinosaurs to get pirate treasure, this is moving a little fast.
Blue Falcon doesn't go anywhere without him.
And yet here I am, without him.
As Kiersey Clemons and Ken Jeong as his assistants, Dee Dee and Dynamite, as it looks like this is actually Blue Falcon's less impressive son, played by Mark Wahlberg.
He's not dead, he retired.
We still miss him very, 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 very.
Oh no,
He's glitching again.
So you might have noticed this is less the characters from Scooby-Doo and more the characters from a pup named Scooby-Doo, which you would think are the same, but are actually quite different. This was a bit more of a parody, with changes like making Fred mostly a dumbass and Daphne vainly self-absorbed, which is very different from the original. And again, I can see that not being someone's thing, but I see Jason Isaacs voicing Dick Dastardly.
Yeah, that guy is awesome. He was the bad guy of Wacky Races. I remember this guy.
Also, I'm sorry, some of these lines still make me laugh.
Adventure's calling, and it's for you.
Hello, Adventure. Yes, will you take my name and number off your list?
Oh, sure, you can tell that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When these kind of lines work, they really work.
The rest of the gang searches for clues.
A gangly dude that had this habit of using the word light, almost as if he was some middle-aged man's idea of how a teenage hippie talks.
Well, Forte's in his 50s. They're given one of the robots and they look it over.
Trace amounts of mustache oil, 12-year-old scotch.
Ugh, is the bad guy my dad?
First time I've been
I
concerned
don't
about
know.
Daphne's
Maybe it
homework.
is.
The clues lead back to Dastardly, and apparently he wants Scoob for his connection to a historical figure.
Whoa, Scooby-Doo is the last descendant of Peritas? Who's Peritas? He was Alexander the Great's dog.
Ah, that would explain why he's to talk, but still sounds like the product of a lot of inbreeding.
You put jalapeno peppers on your ice cream?
Heat and sweet.
And alright, I can't pretend every joke in this is great.
Brian, last time you listened to someone on the internet, you thought Tinder was an app that delivers firewood.
Well, I punched up a script I never even read. Where's my paycheck?
Mine too.
Dastardly corners Team Falcon and their army of Easter eggs and manages to get Scooby alone in a hall of mirrors. I
Yeah.
always perk up when I hear hall of mirrors in anything because visually it's almost always going to look awesome.
You, my friend, are special.
Honestly, this scene is so cool, I overlook the literal dick jokes being made.
Dick.
Rick?
I'm a dick.
No, Dick.
Rick.
Penis.
Scooby escapes
True.
and our heroes try to figure out how to outwit
Even that
Dastardly.
too.
Do something. Like what? Like drop some F-bombs.
Hey man, whoa, let's keep it PG.
Even that's hanging on by a thread.
Dick, Dick, Dick!
Much better.
Away!
They manage to get away, but find out Dastardly is after Scoob. So Falcon decides to make him an official sidekick, which means he has to take off his collar, which Scooby said he would never remove.
Oh, looks like that old collar's in the way of the chest panel.
But he has to do it. Only for the friendship.
Yeah, when people think loyalty and Scooby-Doo, they'll immediately think of this movie. He gets costumed up as it looks like the Mystery Machine is getting pulled over.
Good evening, officer.
Yeah.
It always a song. Comedies know there's more than one love song out there, right?
Do you kids have any idea how fast you were going?
Too fast.
Where have you been all my life? Well, that
Yeah,
explains
but it's
my
actually
last
Dick in
choices.
disguise.
The gang gets captured, but one of the robots, Dastardly, pissed off, helps him escape. They figure out that the treasure of Alexander the Great is hidden in the underworld, and only Alexander, his dog, or one of their descendants can unlock it.
Mudley.
or Paritas can
How could I
lie
forget about his
or
dog?
one of their descendants.
And I know this is a kid's film where literally this just happened, but
Well, that just happened.
it's easier to find descendants of Alexander the Great rather than descendants of his dog. Scooby-Doo, you have lost all credibility.
Whoa.
Here he is.
Muttley.
Yes, he died of a stroke. Turns out all his laughing was
He
a
laughs
smile.
like that when he laughs about it.
He finds them and reveals Muttley disappeared the first time they tried opening the portal because it was only a one-way trip. So he not only wants the treasure, he also wants to get him back.
Poor man's Hemsworth stays with me.
What are you doing with him?
Oh, I had grand plans, the Freddy boy.
You know, this isn't how I wanted my first to be. Velma and I had a
Well, you know,
agreement
if
we
you had
would be
to think
outed
about
on a
it.
mission. Team Falcon travels to Dastardly's next location.
The heat from the geothermal vents is creating a completely unique ecosystem.
Which appears to be.
And guess who lives here?
Just to get Captain Caveman in there. And Shaggy pretty much out of nowhere goes berserk because Scoob took off the collar, even though he points out he told him to.
Whipped off your collar?
You gave me the nod.
But I didn't think you'd really do it.
Just come with us.
What happened to us?
Yeah, this part is stupid, and honestly it's been done so much better in other versions. This clip is almost 15 years old, and I still laugh my ass off at it.
Stop it, Shaggy. I'm not stupid. Are you cheating on me?
That's crazy talk.
I know Frank
Oh my
Welker already
gosh,
has a
that
name,
is
but
still
he's
funny
another one just for
today.
that delivery. This results in, again, tell me if you've heard this in Scooby-Doo, Scooby and Shaggy splitting up.
I never
Yeah,
thought I'd
classic
say this, but
Scooby-Doo
Simon
cliche.
Cowell was right.
Oh, that is a very emotional
Later,
moment.
Captain Caveman, voiced by gigantic question mark Tracy Morgan.
I will speak slowly so that you may process the welcoming tones of my voice.
Well, he's starting to sound better, isn't he? He's not a
Man!
Tracy Morgan guy.
How could I
The
ever
most
forget his
irritating thing I've
classic
seen him do is just
impediments?
talk about octopuses. No, really, this guy's fascinatingly obsessed.
They taught me how to live in an environment that can be sometimes hostile. Gave me wisdom and understanding.
That is light years more engaging than him as Captain Caveman. And something is wrong when a sentence that weird sounds so correct.
Dang, those are some dope wheels.
Oh,
He's... Okay, not quite there, but he's still alarmingly too close. Shaggy has a random change of heart from his random change of heart. Yeah, at least this dumb shit doesn't last that long. But Dastardly disguises himself as Fred to trick Shaggy into taking him to Scooby.
yeah.
Dastardly kidnapped us and was holding us captive on his super awesome airship. Jeez, that thing is cool.
When you realize a cartoon satire of an egotist sounds less cartoony than the real-life egotist. It looks like Dastardly also needs a hidden skull to open up the portal, which Falcon and Scoob have found but now have to fight for.
I love a challenge like I love dinosaur eggs. Oh, but easy.
It just sounds wronger the longer that voice stays in that body. So basically somebody saw the stadium fight in Attack of the Clones and said, hey, we can make it more boring and pointless, as we get a pretty dull battle that, again, to its credit, does wrap up pretty quick.
I need to tell Scooby.
Dastardly reveals himself and takes the skull, as well as Scooby, leaving the rest of the gang behind. Shaggy makes a speech about saying things right, and because 90% of the emotional moments mean nothing, I really don't care. I'm just looking for a few laughs.
Opening the gates to the underpass.
Underworld.
And letting loose Sippy Cup.
Cerberus.
We get out of Middle Earth.
Copyright infringement.
What you got?
Pretty good line.
Goes to open up the portal, recreating the one good shot from Lawnmower Man 2. That's not fair. I only saw the trailer.
Wow.
I bet you didn't even see that. And he's reunited with Muttley, who appears to have passed on.
I'm so sorry. There are so many things.
He's alive. He's joking.
How could you do that to me?
Hey, to be fair, you did kill my lifeline when he cut off you-know-what. Our heroes tried to stop him, but it looks like the portal has protection.
Cerberus, the three-headed dog.
Look at Scooby and Shaggy. They're terrified and they're taking on Cerberus.
What did I say?
So
And
again,
the classic
climax is
Scooby-Doo chase
fine.
scenes.
It's colorful and looks good, but you're mainly just waiting for them to do and say the stuff you know they're supposed to do and say.
You don't need your dad. He's the hero. I'm not. I can't win this.
He becomes a hero.
We need a plan.
Scooby and Shaggy have to make a sacrifice.
We'll distract Cerberus.
One of you has to hold the gates shut here, while one of you locks them from inside.
They show that they've grown.
We've grown.
Or literally say it, because again, emotionally we know they haven't grown. And Shaggy chooses to keep the portal locked on the inside so Scooby can continue to live his life on the outside.
But don't you worry, he comes back.
This is the film that kills off Shaggy. It's The Last of Us 2 of Scooby-Doo stories. Actually, shit, that would have made that season better. For a loophole so quickly explained, I still don't quite follow it.
Our bond will never break or bend.
So, my friend, it's time to return to your home.
Shaggy returns home
Yes!
to capture Dastardly. Or did they?
Or guess who it is?
Simon Cowell?
I also played Rum Tum Tugger.
This makes no sense.
Dick Dastardly.
Decide which twist I like better. I mean, I can see
Trapped!
Simon owning
No
money.
one ever goes for the double on Musk.
Scooby and Shaggy are the heart of the team, and they use that to get the money to go more professional. And because this film thinks it's the late 2000s or early 2010s, dance party!
Dance parties!
But seeing how this is based on a cartoon from the 70s, there could be a few throwbacks.
What do you say, buddy?
Let's Scooby-Dooby do it!
Alright, that's 2 punched up lines without having to read the script.
Where's my double paycheck? And that was Scoob, and this movie still makes me laugh a lot. For a Scooby-Doo movie, this is a very good family film. It has some neat ideas, neat animation, neat music, neat coloring. It can be sad, dreadful, and even beautiful at times. Even though people don't like Scooby-Doo growing up, some of us do. And I'm pretty sure this film is gonna definitely be the one for you. So if you are a Scooby-Doo fan, highly recommend watching this 2020 Scooby movie. And that, boys and girls, that is the review of Scoob. Let me know down below what other review you want to see with the Nostalgia Critic next, and I'll do it. Smash me some big likes for the next video. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Turn your post notifications bell on and share this one with your buddies and girlfriends if you really haven't too. I will be in the next video. Bye to all my beautiful bros and girls out there. And bros out, fist out.